Hi everyone. I hope everyone is having a great week. We are going to start off with chapter 1 of Psych 241. I want you to make sure that you read your textbook. Again, the recordings and the lectures are supplemental to the textbook reading. So it's very important that you still read your textbook, and there will be a couple of slides or several slides that I skip over for the sake of time for this recording. However, if you have any questions or concerns about any of the content that we go over or I go over during this recording, please do not hesitate to reach out to me. So by now, you're wondering, like, why am I in developmental psychology? So there's different reasons why you are taking this course or paths that led you to developmental psychology. Whatever your reasons are, I am happy to have you, and I am excited about the journey that we will be on together, learning about the different life spans and developmental things that will occur throughout the lifespan. So we are in chapter 1. Throughout this chapter, we will talk about the lifespan perspective, the nature of development, theories of development, research on lifespan development. So the lifespan perspective, the importance of studying lifespan development, characteristics of the lifespan perspective, and some concerns that researchers have brought up in the past. So studying lifespan development. So why should we even study lifespan development? One, it prepares the individual to take responsibility for children. So we will go over the period of infancy and also children, adolescents. So understanding the lifespan development, it prepares us as individuals to take responsibility for children. It also gives us insight about individuals' lives and history. And then it provides knowledge about what individuals' lives will be like as they age into their adult years. So, what is development? Development is defined as a pattern of change beginning at conception and continuing throughout the lifespan. It involves growth. It also includes decline brought on by aging and dying. The lifespan perspective is defined as the perspective that development is lifelong, multi-dimensional, and multi-directional, multidisciplinary, and contextual. Development involves growth, maintenance, and regulation, and is constructed through biological, social, cultural, and individual factors working all together. So here we have biological component. We also have social cultural. Again, social cultural means social and cultural put together, and then individual factors which all work together. The emphasis is on developmental change throughout childhood and adulthood. The book also talks about life expectancy. So the upper boundary of the human lifespan is about 122 years, while the average for the United States is about 77 years. People are living longer in part due to better sanitation, nutrition, and medicine. So, of course, technology is evolving. We're getting more knowledge on what to eat, what not to eat. We're getting more developments with medicine. So, again, we are finding that the lifespan of individuals are reaching up to 77 years average within the United States. So the rapid increase in life expectancy has negative implications for quality of life for older people. So society reflects the needs of younger people, such as parks, transportation systems, and so on. They are built assuming that they are used only by able-bodied people. And then planning and building does not consider the needs of low strength and low stamina people. The focus has been on what older adults lack and not what they can contribute to society. So older citizens can share deep expertise and motivation to make a difference. There's different types of contextual influences. Here you have these different types of influences here. The first one similar for individuals in a particular group. So age-graded influences, for example, starting school, puberty, menopause, those are all age-graded influences. And then we also have history-graded influences, such as generational experiences due to historical events. An example here, we have the Great Depression, civil rights and women's rights movements, and then the attack on 9/11. These are all contextual influences. And of course, life events. These are unusual occurrences that have a major life impact, such as early pregnancy, losing a parent as a child, or winning the lottery. Some concerns are health and well-being. Lifestyles and psychological states have powerful influences on health and well-being. For example, there is a positive connection between exercise and cognitive development, and then parenting and education. Many questions involve pressures on the contemporary family and conditions impairing the effectiveness of U.S. schools. Some other concerns that have been raised are social cultural context and diversity, such as culture and cross-cultural studies. We also have ethnicity. These are characteristics based on cultural heritage, nationality, characteristics, race, religion, and language. Then social economic status. This is a big term within the field of psychology. This is grouping people with similar education status or economic characteristics. So you may hear someone say low social economic status or high social economic status. All that is they're grouping individuals together based on these characteristics. And then gender characteristics of people as either masculine or feminine. Transgender refers to individuals who adopt a gender identity that differs from the one assigned to them at birth. So these are all different concerns that have been risen or arise in within developmental psychology. You also have social policy, which is a national government's course of action designed to promote the welfare of the citizens. This includes the increase in the number of children living in poverty and resulting stressors on the well-being of older adults with escalating healthcare costs and the need for access to adequate healthcare. Again, we're going to skip over some of these slides. Technology here, there's been an almost overwhelming increase in the use of technology at all points in human development. Topics to consider to include are the potential effects on language development, screen time versus participation in physical activity. That's a very big one here. Whether media multitasking is harmful or beneficial, and the degree to which older adults are adapting. All right, so if you look at this picture here, we have the nature of development, different topics. We have biological processes, social emotional processes, and cognitive processes. And we look at all of these different processes here. They are all together interchangeably, so they all work together here. So we're talking about biological processes. These are changes in individual's physical nature, so someone's genetic makeup. Then we have cognitive processes, changes in individual's thought, intelligence, and language. And then social emotional processes, changes in the individual's relationships, emotions, and personality. So biological, cognitive, and social emotional processes interact as individual development. And here we have the different periods of development. We all know pretty much these periods. We have the first one as prenatal period, that's from conception to birth. Infancy, toddler, early childhood, middle and late childhood, adolescence, emerging adulthood, early adulthood, middle adulthood, and then late adulthood. Throughout this semester, we will cover all of these stages of development in a person's life, and also the different features, milestones that may occur within these periods of development. So they have 4 ages: lifespan developmentalists who focus on adult development, and agents typically describe development in 4 ages. The first age is from childhood through adolescence, and then the second age, prime adulthood, ages 20 to 59. Third age, between 60 to 79, and then fourth age, 80 years and older. So development in one period is connected to development in another period. We then talk about 3 developmental patterns of aging. We have normal aging, pathological aging, and then successful aging. The significance of age and happiness. Adults tend to be more happier as they age because they, one, have stronger relationships, feel less pressured to achieve, have more leisure time, have more life experience that helps them adapt to change. They're satisfied with a life, and this is studies in various countries. And then health can predict life satisfaction as people age as well. Here tells us the different conceptions of age. We have chronological age, biological age, psychological age, and then social age. We all have talked about nature versus nurture and Psych 150. Nature refers to organisms' biological inheritance, whereas nurture refers to its environmental experiences. All right, so there are many different theories of development, and throughout the semester, we will touch on all of these theories of development. For the sake of time, I'm not going to go over all of these theories. However, it is important to go ahead and familiarize yourself with these theories because we will use them throughout the semester. So we have the psychoanalytic theories, cognitive theories, behavioral and social cognitive theories, um, ecological theory, ethological theories, and then we have the theoretical orientation. So again, scientific method. This is a term that we talked about in Psych 150. It is a 4-step approach that can be used to obtain accurate information and conduct research. A theory, all a theory is a set of ideas that helps us explain any type of observations or any type of phenomena that we want to learn more about, and then facilitate predictions. Then we also have hypothesis. All this is an educated guess. And then, of course, you can have many different hypotheses to a theory. So psychoanalytic theories describe development as primarily unconscious and heavily colored by emotion. So if we look back at when we talked about psychoanalytic theories, this is centered around Sigmund Freud, his theory. He defined 5 stages of a psychosexual development. Adult personality is determined by the way we resolve conflicts between sources of pleasure at each stage and the demands of reality. So again, I'm not going to touch on too much on these theories here. We also have Erik Erikson that we talked about in 150, his psychosocial theory that personality and developmental change occurs throughout the lifespan. We'll go over that more within future chapters. We also have, again, there's Erik Erikson's theory where he has the different stages of development, in which each stage one must resolve a conflict or crisis,